Hey everybody, I got a little bit of time. It's Sunday. I'm ready. Let's check out this new SNKRX update here. I'm still on New Game Plus 4. It honestly hasn't even really been close. And, oh, excuse me, there's been an update. So, I think the way Psychers used to work was they made other Psychers stronger, but now it's a one synergy, create a piercing, damaging orb around each Psycher. Weird? Weird. It's a little weird. What about trying to do that and make a merchant work as well? A piercing orb around each Psycher. You tell me it's this little piece of garbage? Sorry, I think the volume might be a little loud too. I feel weird. I'm not used to recording this. I mean, it's only 6:45 p.m. It just doesn't feel right, though. It's like it's super bright outside, yet it's kind of late. I'm getting in the groove here. Do I have any TFT stories? Not really. I know that sounded like it came from stream. I was looking at the feed in my head. Level 2 merchant. It must just have double HP, I'm guessing. I don't know, but level 3, the effect is really good, right? First item reroll is always free. There do be a lot of garbage items in the game. We'll see. I haven't really, like, it's Sunday night. I thought I would have a lot of time to, you know, I don't know if anybody else is in this boat. Yo, excuse me, Cleric now spits out healing pellets. Is that how that works? But like Friday night, you know, I'm like, oh man, I got all that stuff that I didn't have free time to do throughout the week. I'm going to do this weekend. And then, you know, all of a sudden, the weekend, it just evaporates. Which is maybe pun intended, because we are having, like, the hottest temperatures recorded in, like, Vancouver history. It's a pretty hospitable place to live. Like, that's not that impressive, but still. Cleric creates one healing orb. I'm going to be honest with you. Sounds kind of like doo-doo. I'm gonna keep you on for now, but I'm just building. For now, we're building wide. A long snake slips less. You are the center of a protractor. Can I tell you, in case you don't follow me on Twitter, I did tweet today that I was talking to my niece. She's in the 4th grade, and Kate was like, you should ask her some questions that you got from school and see if she knows them. So I said, what is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle? I put some 4th grade, you know, vernacular on it. I was like, what do the angles inside of a triangle add up to? And she was just like 180. And I said, you're smarter, that makes you smarter than half the streamers on Twitch? And she went, yeah, I know. And I was like, yo, that's cold! You can't just, well, I mean, I suppose you could say it. You're not in the business, you can say whatever you like. You're like 9. They made a whole show about that. Kids say the darndest things. Anyway, arena clear. That was supposed to be a hard mode. When enemies hit walls, they explode into projectiles. We haven't really built a run here. Curses apply doom that do extra damage every instance. For now, it is a reroll for me. Whenever warriors hit, all allies get defense. Critters are stronger. First and last positions do more damage. Ew. Okay, first and last positions do more damage. What the heck does a psychic do? What are you doing? Creates a small area that does AoE damage, and then you got that crappy little orb, aka nobody cares. So our economy is all screwed up, but I think that's actually fine. We need to get to a snake of the kind of quality that it can actually afford to idle a little bit. Right now, we're not there. But yeah, I expected to have a little bit more time this weekend. It's how it always goes, or at least, you know, once you hit a certain sort of, you know, place in your life where you... Like, right now, my schedule is pretty... It's entirely dictated by a now 9-month-old child. And she's very reliable, but yet somehow unpredictable. It's a strange dynamic. I don't think I want another cleric, man. But I think I can take another psychic. Again, we're trying not to mess with the economy, like, take it down to the freaking foundation every single time, but we obviously want to be strong enough to not die like a punk here. That being said, I did play, I think I played 2 games of TFT this weekend. I came 5th, 4th. You could not make a less interesting anecdote about playing a multiplayer video game. I finished in the exact position that would be considered the mean. And I know what you're gonna say. No, 4th is average. Really? Because there's 8 people. So you can come somewhere between 1st and 8th. And if you add 1 plus 8, you get 9. Divided by 2 to get the average, that's 4.5. It's the same. Anytime, dude, I will total. What the heck, Explorer? I gotta get used to this update, man. Vagrant makes Psychics better because it's a Psychic. It gets the benefit from Psychics. And Explorer plus 15% attack speed and damage per active set to allied explorers. Don't really know per active set. Don't really know what that means, but it sounds kind of nice, right? It's the same thing if you ask people what is the average roll on a dice or on a die. That's another subject, I suppose, that vernacular issue. You're gonna get, you know, people that are in the know that are gonna say that it's 3.5, which is, you know, you can't roll 3.5 on a die, but you get the idea. That's the truth. You can roll the numbers between 1 and 6 and then divide by 2 to get the midpoint. 3.5. Inevitably, you will also have people, like, they'll argue until they're blue in the face that it's either 3 or 4. Usually 3, because, you know, hey, the highest number you can roll is 6, so just divide it by 2. You'll see it, I promise you, you will see it happen. You serve one too many, you know, Sleeman Honey Browns at your family get-together. Uncle Bob, of which, you know, everybody I know has one, is gonna be up in your face about probability theory. And you're gonna be like, you should, 99% possibility, you should shut up. You wouldn't say that, he's family, but, okay. Better chance to create, well, a chance to create AoEs on AoE hit. Enemies taking dot damage are slower. Position 3, 50% attack speed is interesting, but I think it takes more brain power to use than I'm capable of rolling. 55 AoE damage. First off, level 2 Magician and then a Highlander. 55 AoE damage, don't mind if I do. I'm also, we need to start, there's so many things to do. I want to level up our shop. I want to start leveling up some of the items. At least the AoE item we just got, I think, is a pretty good target for that. I either want to maybe replace the cleric with a different healer. I don't know, because right now I'm looking, like, when we pick up the orbs, we're not exactly, you know, going from 0 HP to a ton. It's really just a pretty meager improvement. So I think if we could maybe replace the cleric with a superior healer, or really anything at this point. And then I'm also not fully, I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't think I understand how the explorers and psychics are working. You really gotta hand it to the dev, you know, like the updates. And I've been reading the blog. A lot of people have linked me to the SNKRX blog. The developer is doing is very scary there. Like an unprecedented job of cataloging the post-release life of the game, including, like, not only, you know, how it's doing sales-wise and viewership-wise on various, you know, platforms. Oh, hey, thank you, Ragey. But also, you know, what's causing it. We're gonna try to get that merchant to level 3. I think we, jeez, you're a carver? Carves a statue that heals? No, I say no to you for now. So they've mentioned, I mean, they've nicely mentioned me a couple of times. Again, I'm just like, I'm part of the snake myself, you know? I wasn't the first person to come up with the game. I saw other people, well, really, this is one where I saw Dan playing it. Dan got recommended it by, like, Derek Yu, I think, but even then, there's, you know, dozens of YouTubers and Twitch streamers that played it before me. But I appreciate the shout out nonetheless. But they talked about, you know, the pace that they're releasing updates, and they're really coming out quite quickly. Please shoot. Thank you. Like, in the 2 weeks-ish that I've been playing the game, I think they've legitimately released like 6 updates. It might be a little overstated, but it's not by much. We got a good thing going here. So the next thing I would think of is it's sensible to start thinking about maybe like where the synergy is gonna. Oh Lord. Like what kind of run we're actually trying to build long term if we get that option. Right now I'm not too worried about it, but in a moment things are gonna become very serious. Well, I'll take that cleric for now because it's cheap, but I definitely like a barrager, although it's not AoE. You know what though? I take it for now because it's a hard wave. And I'm just chilling. We don't need to get to 50. Oh my god, okay. I'm late to the party, but I'm glad I noticed it now. 50's not right. 25 is where you want to be. He's figured it out eventually. Let's spend 10 and double the efficacy of the Echo Barrage. First and last positions do more damage. Okay, we should definitely have had the Highlander at the front. Barrager at the back. I think maybe a Magician at the back makes more sense. And then, XP cost 5. I'm going to reroll. Dual Gunner is pretty good too. I don't mind spending and falling under the interest cap here, because I'm going to tell you, I don't think I care for that Vagrant anymore, so why don't you go ahead and give me that Archer. And I don't think I care for this Psychic. We're going to dump that Psychic pretty soon so we can get that Merchant slightly closer. Okay. We're only on wave 9, so I do expect that things are going to get a little tricky here. Just remember, this is a turret. We gotta make our move. We just barely got tagged at the end. Okay, well, we've lost our Highlander. Little hubris involved. What do we have at the end? It's Barrager? Yeah, Barrager. Okay, or Dual Gunner. Great stuff. Okay, we lost them, but I'm not upset. Please shoot. I have, sorry. I lost my cool there for a second. It's just, it's my bad. I was under the impression falsely that we had minions that, you know, do some shooting at some point, and clearly that's not the case. Good dodge. Now we got to get in there. Really just do anything. Grab some healing. I thought I could serpentine my way out of that one. Now we got our Psychic up at the very front. Not wise. Very realistic chance, in my opinion, that this marks the end of this attempt. And I think there it goes. Well, stranger things have happened. Sort of. Good deviation on that one. Oh. Please. Oh my. Okay, I mean, we still have to get through one entire wave. That's not gonna happen, but to live this long is worth something to me. I do want to iterate, or reiterate, I suppose. This is, you know, this is New Game Plus 4. It's not exactly easy mode. That was 13 minutes. We're gonna run one back. I don't know what was happening there. What I will tell you is that I believe in the power of an economy run, but we've never made one work. I completely believe in AoE run. There is some irony for sure that I feel like I died as soon as I remembered the interest cap. I'm not blaming that. It wouldn't make any sense for that to be the case, but Squire, Sage is very nice too. I think Sage is really good at consolidating enemies for us to just barrage them to death. Can I tell you, if I diagnose, and it is hard to diagnose like what exactly the, you know, got us killed on the last run. You know, if you're a SNKRX expert, then by all means, I look forward to hearing it. But I think I might have been playing a little non-aggressively. Also, in my own defense, I mean, what I was gonna say is it's nice to get in there when enemies spawn and have half of them die before they can do any attacks. The other thing I'll say is they've changed, you know, a third of the units that I normally use to begin with. So, you know, there's going to be a little uphill learning curve there. This seems fine so far. Cryomancer kind of stinks. I really like Magician. I like the idea of Merchant. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Merchant might be one of the classes that actually allows you to go above the interest cap. Maybe? Because it said you get 1 extra interest for every 10 gold. Presumably that caps at some point, but it doesn't mean that it caps at 25. So you might be able to keep that going a little longer. I don't know. For now, anyway, I think the playbook on the early game is like you just take units. As long as you take units and you don't, you know, spend yourself down to 0 re-rolling looking for like a tier 1 unit that probably won't be part of your final roster anyway, you're probably doing okay. We got nothing to sweat for the time being. Easy mode. Amplify. Amplify is really good. Plus 33, 66, or 99 attack speed to a random unit if you have 2 enchanters. So Amplify is legitimately good. But let's try to make Enchanted work here. This is it's a funny idea. I will never take the Cleric ever again. So we'll try to take Enchanters as soon as possible. 2 Enchanters equals a 33% attack speed buff to somebody. You can see that like we can't control who it is, obviously, or what unit gets it, but I mean, any unit getting a 99% attack speed buff is pretty good. Unless it's a Cleric. Or, you know, well, let's not name names. You never know who's going to be the unsung hero, right? Sometimes you're like, oh, Arturi Lekkinen, he'll never score a glorious OT winning goal to clinch a series, and then wouldn't you know it, Arturi Lekkinen. Who would have thought? We do have 1 Enchanter. I forgot the Squire enchants. I like the squad here. This is how me and the boys are going to be once that second dose hits. Rolling up to brunch. Can I get the lamb merguez, please? And a little bit of Turkish coffee? Oh, of course, sir. Oh, thank you. Here's $1 billion. Keep the change. Because that's the, you know, the cost of living is high. But the lamb, though, on the other hand, oh, it's pretty good. The lamb is low. Low in the gut. That kind of makes sense. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to play much SNKRX last week. We had a lot of, I mean, Schooled Finale was a big deal. A lot of sponsored content, all stacked up close together as well. I'm looking forward this week. I have so much roguelite hunger. My appetite for roguelites is so high right now. We're really, like, very, I hate to use the word because it's overused online, but I'm very quietly putting together quite a good run in Isaac lately. I'm gonna keep it going right here. I've been knocking out difficult stuff and unexpectedly well played, like late game boss fights and stuff like that for a little bit now. And I'm thinking this week we can knock out. Okay, that was not very good. This week we can do more of the same, and you know, okay, just be careful. We might die right here. That would be disappointing. I should not. I mean, it was all bad driving. There's no denying that. Could you just hit the Lord? Like, there's no healing coming for you, so... Good. Stay on him. Yeah, all you can do is stay on him. We're gonna die. Really? 19 minutes in, we're good. Dude, new game +4. Controversial statement, maybe a little bit too hard. I know how that sounds, but you're now, if the devs watching, you're experiencing the streamer salt, which is I've kind of coasted through some of these waves a little bit earlier, but mostly with chat's help. And now when I face any strife, I'm like, the game is broken actually. But it's just, oh man, like, what if there was an item where, like, if you make contact damage with an enemy, like, the first time you do it, you don't die. Okay, pushes enemies back with a strong force, alright. We'll give it a try here. But yeah, so I think this week we could continue to knock out some difficult stuff in Isaac. We got more space for FTL. Whoa, that is a strong force. That was stronger than expected. We got, dude, I want to play more Mario Golf. And I want to play a lot more Tokyo 2020 as well. I'm just scratching the surface of that one. Mario Golf is kind of crazy. Because it's like, it's a very typical Nintendo product right now. At least in our current year. I'm looking for more knockback lords, honestly. The Forcer seems kind of interesting, but Saboteur Psychic, I'm not totally convinced on. Maybe Saboteur Arcanist for now. I don't know why. The same thing to some extent happened in Mario Tennis Aces. Like, and it must have done okay. I mean, I bought it, but it must have done okay because they do pretty much the same thing in Mario Golf. Mario Golf Speed Rush, is that what it's called? Where, like, everybody wants that RPG Mario Golf style game. They also want, hey, I want to play it online with my friends and have it be fair. Okay, then they said, we can't just do that, even though we totally could. We're gonna just add one extra wrinkle into it, which is speed golfing, just to make it unique. And honestly, there I say, okay. Hold on. Blunt arrows, ranger arrows can seek. I'm looking for some knockback stuff, man. The more mages, the more damage we do. Summons repeat their attack. Nukers get stronger over time. I don't mind it. So I'm gonna try that, but it's not my favorite. But I'm actually talking about the concept of XC golf, cross-country golf, that's revealed about halfway through the game. Well, no, literally like an hour in. Halfway through my playtime and halfway through the game are two different things. Where, you know, I just found myself being like, I just kind of want to golf and, like, gain stats and level up and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, here, you got to complete 3 holes in under 20 strokes. Some of the shots are literally impossible to make because you're shooting from the ground to the top of Mount Everest. So make sure you plan accordingly. And I'm like, what? It's like Rainbow Six Siege or something like that. Okay, well, no forcers, but I like this. Deal 2x to a single random enemy where X is how much gold you have. We didn't take the merchant, but still. I don't know. I don't know what we're building here. We're building something that hopefully can survive for a bit. Let's put it that way. It's like I want... Maybe I want a game that the average consumer doesn't want. It's possible. I am, you know... Try as I might, I eventually have become that, like, man who's nearing middle-aged, who's like the I want the exact thing that you made when I was a kid. Don't make the new kids things for them. I want things for me that were just like when I was a kid. But I do find myself being like, man, there's like a subtraction through addition a little bit in the game. I'm like, if you had just made it like golf, that would have been fine. But then like all this weirdo golf, like meme golf, I'm not taking it that seriously, but at the same time, I feel like nobody asked for it. Great stuff. Okay, this can work. That being said, I am having a good time playing it, and I need to play a lot more. Hold on, I have some messages. I can cook if you want. I got stuff yesterday, but I'm cool with whatever. Smiley face. Archer, swordsman, because we have him already. And then we're doing 20 damage with our gambler. I'm not saying this one's gonna be the one, for the record, but I think if I just, you know, don't run into the enemies directly off the spawn this time, believe it or not, that was better. And knockback actually did quite a lot for us there. Like, as long... Dude, if we can get the Juggernaut with, like, a higher attack speed, like... He's gonna torch these fools. Yeah, just keep shooting. That's what we're looking for. And then if we can get... This is like the one time I think I've ever entertained the idea of being excited about the item that gives you more damage to enemies based on the knockback they get when they hit the wall. That's what I'm looking for here. Of course, we won't see it now. Position 4 is 30% there. This is a reroll, man. I want to... Could you hit him into the wall? All project. I'm rolling one more time. 1, 2, 3 Psyker orbs? What are you talking about? Okay, I'm being asked what am I cooking. I have fresh, this is for you too, linguine and Italian parsley plus pesto. So I could make an easy pesto pasta with fresh basil and Parmigiano Reggiano. But if you want to order something, that's fine by me as well. I'm nonplussed. Either one is totally good with me. Curses the enemies. We're really looking for nukes, if anything. Hey, we made it through the elite wave, so I recognize it screwed up my economy a bit, but I'm gonna let it fly a little further here. I also must admit, if we get, I believe I've mentioned this already, if we get shellacked on this game, and so far that's kind of what's happening, I gotta blame it all on the heat, man. I'm like being sous vide'd here. I have to acknowledge that it's hospitable in my office right now. It's like 28 Celsius. It's warm, but I have a fan, and we have like air conditioning in our house. But big ups to the people in the Pacific Northwest. Like, I was outside a little bit today, and it was mighty hot. And I know that AC is not that prevalent here. So if you're suffering through this heat, I hear you. It's nasty. And don't even get me started on when you say you're suffering through it, then you gotta deal with everybody who chose to willingly move to the middle of the American desert. But okay, I disregard. So there you go. Merchant will give us chance for enemies to drop gold on death. I say I support that. Okay. We've never made it past... Well, no. In this video, we haven't made it past Wave 9. Have we ever done that in history? Yes. I don't know. Maybe now that I think about it, I'm not totally sure. But yeah, it's hot. Pretty much everywhere it's gonna be hot. And, yeah, it is. Okay, just drive around in a circle. You drive around in a circle begging for the location of the meta snake parts through text. Nothing can stop you. I gotta acknowledge, by the way, I think SNKRX, I usually fit it in like as a casual little recording game. Like tomorrow, I have like an Isaac episode and a couple Twitch VODs, so I'm like, I need this SNKRX video just for like a variety injection. Okay, we do have a nuke lord. I will take you for now. And we're at 34, which is more than we should have. We can't even upgrade these, which I think is great. Let's level up our shop. Or get it close, at least. I just did that to keep ourselves at max interest. This is a hard wave, too, so be careful. That's fine. I was gonna... Wait, is this... It's a hard wave, but it's not an elite wave. Okay. It sucks. We actually lost our blue lord, who is, in my opinion, doing the most damage. We have our archer in position 4 right now, which is... not necessarily the way I would want to have it. I think I maybe want the Juggernaut in position 4. Did you see the yeet there? It's a little crazy. I think we got a chance to have a chance. I could never, you know, in good confidence right now say that like any run on New Game Plus 4 is like, you know, is going the distance or going for speed. What a shot. Really just waiting on like literally anything to shoot you. But I think we got a shot to have a shot. I just hated seeing something die there. This is the bop of all bops, though. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I feel like the meme economy is still going strong. You know, I need to figure out more memes. There's so many that are like, by default, they kind of make sense. Begging for the location through text. Technically, snakes don't have parts, but if they did, I think this would be his knee. So on and so forth. We really can't lose a unit here. Yeah, at least you shot first. Did you see? I just ate that one, man. Please hit. Okay, now. Oh no. Oh no. Do something! I'm just driving, man. You didn't even do anything! Okay, just time it. Oh my god. What a disaster. Are you seeing the damage we're doing here? Don't talk to me. What a cluster, man. SNKRX, the hardest $3 roguelite of 2021. I had a great time. We'll play it more on stream this week and probably more throughout this week. I think I should be. I'm not gonna. Who wants to be the YouTuber streamer complaining all the time? I was just insanely tapped and busy last week. This week, the renaissance of content is upon us. I'll look you dead in the theoretical eye. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Your thoughts shape your reality, but you already knew that. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Leave your SNKRX tips. I'm getting my booty slapped, and not in a nice way. And I'll see you next time. See ya.